Holy flippity flip flop flapping smokes, everyone. Elon Musk has just announced that Twitter is facing bankruptcy if they don't make some huge changes very, very soon.
Musk told Twitter employees today bankruptcy is not out of the question. That's according to the managing editor of tech newsletter Platformer. And it comes as Twitter battling a wave of celebrity and corporate impersonators on its platform.
Yes, so far he's reportedly said that bankruptcy for the company isn't out of the question. As far as how much cash.
Yeah, my source is also telling me, by the way, that Musk has discussed the issue of bankruptcy in what is basically a Twitter all hands for the staff that are left there.
This is something I've been trying to warn about. I warned about how Elon Musk severely overpaid for Twitter. I warned about how now the market has crashed since he's brought Twitter. Social media platforms are worth a lot less right now. And his debt repayments are going to be much, much higher than they were 6 months ago with interest rates going up. And I'm going to go in today's video about how these Wall Street banks are now trying to offload this toxic debt. Plus, on top of this, Elon Musk is under attack after attack by the establishment. Biden has just come out and sent some new warnings to Elon Musk. Advertisers are continuing to pull out of Twitter, and we've just had some new scandals on Twitter as well. So everyone, will Twitter go bankrupt, or will Elon Musk be able to pull off the near impossible? Well, that's exactly what we're going to go over in today's video. So let's not waste any time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get straight into the news, the facts, and the data. Okay, now quickly before I get into Elon Musk announcing that Twitter is going to be facing bankruptcy, I want people to know that he's up against severe odds. Since he brought Twitter, the establishment has come out and sent attack after attack. The Biden administration has come out and sent attack after attack. And let's have a look at the latest warning from Biden to Elon Musk. So look at this, everyone. President Biden says Elon Musk's relationship with other countries are worth looking into. Now, I find this quite funny, everyone, because before Elon Musk brought Twitter, there was already foreign companies that had stakes in Twitter. And what about all the other foreign companies that operate in the US, especially like TikTok? I'm shocked that they haven't banned other social media apps like TikTok in the US when it's been banned in other countries, because we know they are harvesting huge amounts of people's data. And even though they say China's government can't look into it, we all know that they are. At a White House press conference on Wednesday, the president was specifically asked, do you think Elon Musk is a threat to US national security, and should the US, with tools you have, investigate his joint acquisition of Twitter with foreign governments, which include the Saudis? Now, I find it quite funny that all of a sudden that the Biden administration and the US is becoming unfriendly with Saudi, because they have been very friendly with them over the past 5 to 10 years. But now all of a sudden that the Saudis don't want to play ball with Joe Biden wanting to artificially lower gas prices by OPEC having to increase oil production, all of a sudden he's not happy with them at all because they're not playing ball. The Saudi prince mocked Joe Biden. We see he did the fist pump with Joe Biden, and he asked the Saudis to wait just another month after the midterms to announce that OPEC will be cutting oil production, which of course will make gas prices go higher as the price of oil went higher after this announcement. And the reason for this is because inflation, specifically gas prices and the economy, is a big voting issue right now. Now, this bad relationship between Elon Musk and Joe Biden started when Joe Biden announced that, GM, they were the lead, they were the head of the EV sector, and they were doing their bit to help with climate change. When Elon Musk was like, hello, we're the biggest EV automaker in the US, and we were the ones to start doing it first. Why are you not recognizing us? But it became clear it was because GM was giving lots more donations to the Biden campaign, and also because they were unionized and Tesla isn't. Throughout 2020, Musk has accused the president of ignoring his electrical vehicle venture, Tesla, despite its success. Favoring legacy automakers and their unions, he has sworn to vote Republican. So okay, now that we know the US government is not happy with Elon Musk at all, is not friends with Elon Musk at all, now let's go into Elon Musk announcing that Twitter is facing bankruptcy. And people, the reason why I went over this first is because the Biden administration could be what would help Twitter going bankrupt when they try to pull some levers, try to pull some strings with advertisers to completely pull out of Twitter and send their revenue collapsing. So look at this, Elon Musk reportedly said Twitter could file for bankruptcy next year. Everyone, with the way the economy is going, with the way the markets are going, and with the way interest rates are skyrocketing, this could be very, very true. Elon Musk's tenure at Twitter got bumpy on Thursday as he reportedly told employees during an emergency all-hands meeting that he can't rule out the company filing for bankruptcy in the next year. Now, a lot of Elon fanboys may be saying, well, this is just Elon playing 4D chess. He's got a huge move up his sleeve. Well, no, people. We got news from the banks on Wall Street that there are severe problems with Twitter's debt, and they're trying to offload it. Wall Street banks that lent Musk $13 billion to fund Musk buyout have been quietly approaching hedge funds to see if they will be interested in chunks of the buyout debt at deeply discounted prices as low as 60 cents on the dollar, which would mark one of the deepest discounts in a decade. So wow, everyone, this is absolutely crazy. They're trying to sell this debt for 60 cents on the dollar. What does that tell you, everyone? They think either they're not going to get paid back right now, they're not going to get this debt paid back soon, or they may not get paid back on this debt ever. I went over in my previous video about how the corporate debt market is getting absolutely smashed. These corporate bonds have crashed over 30%, and not just Twitter, many of these other corporations, their corporate bonds are crashing. The lukewarm investor reception shows just how big of an albatross the Twitter debt is becoming for Morgan Stanley-led cohort that committed to finance Musk's acquisition of the social media firm back in April. Before the credit markets cratered, the 7 banks are now saddled with risky loans that they never intended to keep on their books and facing an increasingly uphill battle to minimize losses, Bloomberg said. Because what I think is going to happen is all these profitless companies, all these $1 billion unicorn startups, they're all going to get wiped out in this recession or depression we will be facing in 2023. And even Elon Musk warned earlier in the year that we would be facing recession and that many of these startups and these profitless tech companies are going to go bust. But again, another huge problem for Elon Musk is he severely overpaid for Twitter. $44 billion, but now with these banks repricing this debt at 60 cents on the dollar, some people are saying Twitter is now worth much, much less. Just to be clear, Twitter senior secured bank loans, the top of the capital stack, at 60 cents on the dollar. That implies Twitter, for which Elon Musk paid $44 billion, is now worth less than $8 billion. So I think Elon Musk has the chance to turn Twitter around by cutting staff, making it more cost efficient. Hopefully most advertisers don't leave. The matter of fact is, with the market crashing, Twitter is now worth much, much less than what he paid for. Now, this is leading Elon Musk to put huge amounts of pressure on Twitter employees, and they're not happy at all. Musk also reportedly told employees that if they weren't physically at the office 40 hours a week, they might as well file their resignation letters. Musk has been adamant about workers returning to the office, even though Twitter previously allowed employees to work from anywhere. Now, this is still very debatable whether people are more productive from home or in the office. I think each option has its pros and cons, and if people are more productive working from home, I see no problem with them being able to work from home. But if people are slacking off, if people, for whatever reason, need their manager on their back to get their work done, maybe it will be time for these kind of employees to return to the office. Now, another thing that's happening in Twitter right now is a lot of executives are leaving, and they're leaving in droves, which potentially mean if all the top talent leaves Twitter and they don't have enough employees that know how to run the platform, well, that could mean Elon Musk may not have the expertise on how to run the platform. Several Twitter executives have stepped down within the company in recent days, including Chief Information Security Officer Leah Kistner, who announced that they were leaving the firm early Thursday. In addition, Twitter heads of sales and head of trust and safety left the company, and Wheeler hosted a Twitter Q&A with Musk on Wednesday designed to help assure advertisers concerns that it won't be able to moderate user content enough to prevent the spread of misinformation and hate speech. Now, also another big muck-up that's happening at Twitter right now is this $8 verification checkmark system. What we're seeing right now is a lot of people are paying this $8 and they're making parodied accounts of former US presidents, current politicians, celebrities, etc., and it's causing a lot of confusion, and they are posting some pretty crazy things, everyone, which I can't even put in this video. So trolls have already found a way to abuse the service by signing up for new accounts, purchasing a badge, and impersonating influential figures and companies including LeBron James and Nintendo of America. In a rare move, the Federal Trade Commission issued a warning to Twitter, with a spokesperson saying the commission is watching the company with deep concern. So you're starting to get the picture, people, here. The Biden administration is going after Musk, and the Federal Trade Commission is coming after Musk. And again, all these big, huge companies are all pulling their advertising in a unified, targeted attack. No CEO company is above the law, and companies must follow our consent decrees, said FTC Director of Public Affairs. Our revised consent orders give us new tools to ensure compliance, and we are prepared to use them. And like I said, they're most concerned with this new blue check mark system. According to a report, FTC staffers said they were most concerned about the rapid rollout of new features, which are yet to undergo full security reviews governed by the FTC consent decree. The agency also objected to Musk requiring staff to work in the office at least 40 hours per week, effective Thursday. Well, I don't think they can really reject Musk telling people they actually have to come to work and do their job. But employees are unhappy and they're having absolute meltdowns. Listen to this. What's the motivation? Work hard or get fired? Asked one employee. How do you plan to restore totally destroyed trust? Asked another. And another said, I'm ethically not okay with making the richest person in the world even richer, also not okay with this alpha dog mentality, it's already trickling down. So could this announcement that Twitter is facing bankruptcy also be a move to try to motivate employees to say, look, if you don't start working harder, we're going to go bankrupt here? That could be a possibility, but it all depends on which kind of bankruptcy Elon Musk is talking about. If he's talking about Chapter 11 or Chapter 7. For example, Chapter 11 is when the company can restructure, they can lay off workers, they can get an order from the judge to order creditors to renegotiate debt terms, lower interest rates, or have easier terms with the debt repayment. But if he's talking about Chapter 7, well, that's when Twitter will have to liquidate everything and go completely out of business. So in my opinion, I think this is a little bit of both. He's trying to tell employees, look, if we don't work harder right now, if we don't increase our revenue, if we don't get the subscription-based model coming, if we don't get the advertisers back, we will be facing bankruptcy, and I think he is right there. So like he's trying to do, he's going to have to find a way to cut costs by about $1 billion per year. He's going to have to find some alternative advertisers that will be happy to advertise on the platform. And he's going to have to find other ways to monetize Twitter, like maybe adding long form content videos like what YouTube does and places ads in them to increase the ad revenue as well. But everyone, we are going to be facing very, very tough times ahead. It's not just Twitter that's going to be in this situation. We're going to see many other companies face the same fate. But what do you think? Let me know down below. Now, for all my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.